I'ma be wiping my nose. First thing first, I love my bitch, but I can't trust no bitch. First thing first, she love my drip, she love my tongue, my dick. Back in this bitch, I came in with a bag on. She can get what she want if she stay. Ain't nothing changed, I've been loving the mad long. She can keep out the crib when she play. Yeah, if a fuck nigga play, then he lay. Don't wanna shoot, I'ma get my little jab on. He can lay on his ass either way. Stupid little shit that I spend this little bag on. Make it back by the end of the day. I'm spitting flame like a motherfucking dragon. Out this piece that I keep on my waist, and it ain't no time for the waste. I'm in the fast lane, I be feel like I'm winning the race. I tried to give her my last name, should've saw the little look on her face. I couldn't wait, I be feel like I'm running in place. Summertime gotta double the pace. Counting her racks all summer. She won't be my bitch, trip too hard like Gunner. Just look at my wrist, grip my stick like Stunner. I'm with the violence, bitch on the flyers. Put that shit on, without trying. Yeah, got the racks on me. Crab, I stab my cheese. You can't match my steez. I want that yeah, she know what I mean. I got that yeah in the form of my jeans. I'm off for that lean. She my little yeah, gotta go on for beans. Summertime turned up, yeah. Summertime turned up, niggas be burnt up, yeah. Hey, I just be so turned up in this bitch, like niggas really ain't serious, like hey, go.
Yeah, we ain't never going broke pocket.
Counting her racks all summer. She won't be my bitch, trip too hard like Gunner. Just look at my wrist, grip my stick like Stunner. I'm with the violence, bitch on the flyers. Put that shit on, without trying. Yeah, got the racks on me. Crab, I stab my cheese. You can't match my steez. I want that yeah, she know what I mean. I got that yeah in the form of my jeans. I'm off for that lean. She my little yeah, gotta go on for beans. Summertime turned up, yeah. Summertime turn with my bros. Too many flows. I got way too many O's. Ride around tipping on foes. My cars, I got too many clothes. They keep on booking, got too many shows. I hate being back on the road. I'm not a model, I could never pose. I'm a slime, I be wiping my nose. First thing first, I love my bitch, but I can't trust no bitch. First thing first, she love my drip, she love my tongue, my dick. Back in this bitch, I came in with a bag on. She can get what she want if she stay. Ain't nothing changed, I've been loving the mad long. She can keep out the crib when she play. Yeah, if a fuck nigga play, then he lay. Don't wanna shoot, I'ma get my little jab on. He can lay on his ass either way. Stupid little shit that I spend this little bag on. Make it back by the end of the day. I'm spitting flame like a motherfucking dragon. Out this piece that I keep on my waist, and it ain't no time for the waste. I'm in the fast lane, I be feel like I'm winning the race. I tried to give her my last name, should've saw the little look on her face. I couldn't wait, I be feel like I'm running in place. Summertime gotta double the pace. Counting her racks all summer. She won't be my.
Ooh, all right. Here with it. Where is my camera at? There we go. Boom. Ooh, welcome back, everybody. This is the solo podcast of the Not a Podcast. I'm your host, So Fresh Prince, and this is episode 4. This day is being recorded a little different. Meant to do it yesterday, but things came up, so hey, here with it now. Cool. Where do you want to start? Today is Tuesday. The month of August is almost over. Where the fuck the month is going, I don't know, but the year is almost over. So today's episode is going to be a little different. More so, not really reporting or talking about much, but over the course of some time, I have thought about, shit from the past and whatnot, and due to that, kind of got reminded about some things. So today's topic of discussion for the time being that I am live. Share, what's good, Share? how's college and everything. Shout out to Cher. Cher, welcome into the solo podcast of mine, which I roughly do about 30 minutes or to an hour of podcast talk. Today's not really topic related, but more so kind of taking a stroll down memory lane related. But yeah, also share house college if you have started and things like that. But where was I? Oh, yeah. Um, starting off. So reminiscing about some things, or roughly dating life per se, and it dawned on me most of my choices were horrible. Generally, met this person who I was, or this woman who I was, she was a little bit younger than me at the time, who I was following on Instagram at the moment, and tried shooting my shot. You know, shots were, shots were shots, and we started talking. From talking, it's my intentions generally, and will always be like, if I'm trying to talk to you, I'm generally trying to get into a relationship. That's just me, for the most part. But other people have different things and do different things about it. Told her my intentions, so there was no confusion about things. So so I take things slow. You feel me? Or at least that's what she wanted to do. Probably like a week to a month of us talking, she wanted to come over because she generally wanted to your it's the homie C line. She wanted to have an intercourse type of moment. Cool, I'm thinking we there. She's comfortable, whatever the case may be. Blah 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 blah. She comes over. We're trying to do what to do and whatnot. Get into the mix of it. Blah blah blah. Not really getting into full scope of details, but maybe she felt like we rushed too much and backed out, walked into her car, whatever the case may be. Still checked up on her. Everything was casual. We had casual conversations. This and the third. Fast forward a little bit. Um, she was indeed in college. The college that she went to wasn't generally too far from where I live, so saw her. Every chance that, any chance that I could, really. But at first things were cool. Like we were building a bond. There was jokes. Everything was fine. This, that, and the third. Cool. Like she would open up about stuff. Awesome. Thinking everything's good. I think later down the line is when true colors start to pop up, right? Um, of course, like I said, if I tell you my intentions, what my intentions are, I'm hoping that you understand. And if you're not interested, you let me know, or we'll be on the same page. She was not on that. Uh, I didn't quote unquote fit the mold of physically of the type of people that she was looking for. But yes, she still wanted to. She still was talking to me and shit like that. I don't know, but they not my business. Right, a win's a win. Um, got to a point to where I was like, "Where are we going with this?" Because honestly, it's like, if you want this to be serious, cool. If not, I'll just go about my goddamn day. She stated she does, but she's not sure because you know she's kind of in a complicated mind state about X, Y, and Z. I was like, what the fuck does that even mean? So, anyways, that's besides the point. So, after a point, we kind of get to a middle ground of we see each other, we go out, we spend time, we do adult things of natures. You know, there are moments where I spent nights at her dorm, or she spent nights at my place. It kind of depends, or it kind of varies and whatnot. Especially a lot of times to where she was working and she would usually get off late, come by, do adult things. She may spend the night or she go about her day going back home, whatever the case may be. Right? It was cool. It was fun. It's like adult things no way shop share. It was like we're you know going with the flow on things. It then got to a point to where we quote unquote were dating, which is kind of weird. So we tried dating like the whole boyfriend girlfriend relationship thing, and it died like within a month because she stated, and I quote, she wasn't ready for her to fully be committed. So I was like, okay, cool. So how you gonna go about this? Cause me personally, I was just about to go about my own lovely day and do my own lovely thing. She still wanted to be around, so when time came, be like, you would still hang out, we still go on dates, we would still, you know, do the couple thing, but I'm gonna get into that soon, share. Still do the couple thing, but it was like we weren't a couple. You're appreciate you too. W face cam, y'all get like once a week out of me. Uh, but it was according down the line to where she had a lot of mental things going on, right? Mind you, this is a time where I was working like a dead end job, really wasn't getting paid much, but still try making shit work. She provided me her best friend number in regards to, hey, if something's wrong or if I just want to check up on her, I can hit up her friend. Do do do. I gotta cook dinner soon and study. I heard you share. Always appreciate you coming around when you do and whatnot. But anytime that I did hit up the friend, oh, how's she doing? Is she good? Ooh, the friend will kind of inform me about things like, oh, she's very emotional at times and whatnot. Cool. At a point, her and the best friend got into fights back and forth in regards to things, and she was like, oh, cut her off, stop talking to her, like, we're not even cool, this, that, and the third. I'm like, how did this end up being my fault or my problem, right? Me and her still associating with each other. Well, me and the girl, not me and the best friend, whatever the case may be. Um, record the story time. It'll be up on my YouTube and whatnot. Um, what else? What else? What else? Oh yeah. So me and her, me and the girl, of course, we're still kind of doing our own motif of things, and then it kind of got to a point to where, like I said, true colors start to show. Her personality was definitely took a 180. She started very much trying to control how I move or how I behave on certain things. Trying to go through a nigga's phone. Tried to do it multiple times. And it was kind of weird. Like, she was very fixated on my ex, which is also weird because it's just like, woman, I'm not worried about her. Why are you worried about her? Because her and my ex went to the same high school. Ironic, right? And whatnot. And so when it's the controlling behavior, me personally, generally can only tolerate so much before I just stop giving a fuck. So we took a break from each other. We weren't really speaking this, that, and the third all that much. And she had a roommate at the time to where when we did start speaking to each other once more, that the roommate fucked around and exposed her for something that she was doing, which again, we weren't in a relationship. So it was whatever, right? Like, you want me to be loyal to you and do all this loyal stuff and give you boyfriend treatment, but you're not really cooperating with me or trying to have these certain conversations, whatever the case may be. Uh, it got to a point to where I'm on the phone with her, and her roommate at the time had exposed her for being on Tinder and talking to like two other guys, whatever the case may be. And she was caught off guard. She was stunned about it. Me on the other hand, I didn't give two shits. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's what's up. So she was like, oh, well, I wasn't. Well, no. She friended them on Twitter, right? And things like that. And then, or liked them, matched with them on Tinder, or the case may be. And the one of the guys did come over to her dorm. Mind you, she wasn't telling me any of this. Granted, she doesn't have to, but you generally want me to do everything to make sure that I'm not necessarily cheating on you or talking to other girls or messing around with other girls, but this is how your actions are. And it was most definitely like, oh, okay, so you're trying to play games. So she was like, "Oh, well, he did come over, but nothing happened. Like I was on my bed and he was in the chair, uh, and whatnot, and he was trying to get on the bed with me, but I was like no, and then he tried making advances, but I kept telling him my cycle was on, and this, that, and the third, blah, 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 whatever the case may be." So I was like, okay, so, nice, nice, glad to hear it. Uh, so she tried to hard down, just making it seem try to convince me more so that nothing happened between these two. Whatever. Again, we're not in a relationship. If you want to fuck around with whoever you want to, cool. And I always said this there. I said I'm not stopping you from doing anything that you want to do. If you want to go out and experience other guys or be with other guys, cool. I'm not stopping that, but do not expect me to stay here giving you 100% and you're not doing the same. If whatever you're out there doing, most definitely I will be doing the same. Still talking to other women, being with other women, whatever the case may be. She never liked that. She's like, oh, well, I'm feeling like I'm in a relation, or I'm feeling like I'm tied down and I can't explore things. Again, I never stopped her from doing shit. There was no gun to the back of her head, and there was no one forcing her. There was no halting. None of that. She was free to do as she pleased. Right? I never stopped it. I never told her she couldn't. None of that. None of those words ever came out of my mouth. So pressing on forward. So she generally would always, ask me, oh, can you come spend the night? Or can I come over? Like, I don't like being by myself, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. And granted, there was an instance to when we first started talking and whatnot before all this happened, to where there was one time I couldn't come by and this, that, and the third, and she was trying to do a joke. I'm not gonna get into that, but I should have known to cut her off right then and there, because it was like, you thought that was cute, you thought that was funny, you thought that was okay. Heard. Uh, Derica, what's up, Derica? But this was the younger me. This is the me who wasn't as aware to things as I am now, for the most part. Um, but getting back on track, right? You just woke up mad confused, and I just woke up mad confused. I'm not gonna lie, tragic. Uh, what happened? So thought it was 6 a.m. You better. So I didn't generally try to make anything serious. She, would still want me to come around, do adult things, blah, 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 or going on dates and things like that. Whatever the case may be. Cool, because guess what? Most of the time I was spending money. I don't care. So, after a point, let me see what happened. After a point, I did get a new job. but we did start to speak less because of more so arguments. Um, she generally feels as if though I need to cater to everything that she has going on, but she's not being 100 with me on things as well. Cause at first she told me about a guy who tried to talk to her, stuff like that, whatever the case may be. And before it was, oh, I have someone who I'm talking to and I'm really trying to take serious and this, that, and the third. Blah, 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 blah. Then it reverted to him answering, oh, is like, are you seeing somebody and this, that, and the third? Blah, 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 blah. She's like, oh, well, I'm a girl. I have needs. I'm single, but a girl has needs too. So to me, I'm just a nigga you just fuck. If that is the case, we don't need to do any of the extra stuff. If you just want to come on, you feel me on, woo woo, get your rocks off, go about your day, cool. But don't try to string me along like, you want this whole relationship and you want to be the only girl and this, that, and the third when you're not giving that treatment. So it got to a point when started working this new job. Anytime she wanted me to come by, I pretended like I was asleep. Yes, I'm one of them type of niggas. Um, Conversations most definitely got drier. I didn't really speak as much. Anytime she would call and we were on the phone, like I wouldn't say anything fully and just be in silence or be playing my game, whatever the case may be. And she be in her feelings about it, hanging out, all this other stuff, expecting me to call back, ooh, up the third, and whatever the case may be. And it's just like, dog, I told you I got to a point of I was tired, I was exhausted, I was over it. I wanted her. I was trying to find every which way to make her realize she needs to stop fucking with me. It didn't work. How? I figured lack of conversations. Oh, I'm gonna start talking to him. He doesn't want to see me. Oh, I'm gonna start talking. This day and age, you take too long to text back. People start talking to you. I'm doing everything. I'm doing everything in each and every way to cut her off when I was trying to. Well, you feel me? But it just got to a point to where it's like, nigga, I was drained. So it was like one time we got into an argument, and I said I'm going to sleep. Hung up the phone. Stopped talking to her. Granted, I didn't go to sleep. Right, I was still up. I was like, I think I was off too. So I was still up. I think I was playing the game, whatever the case may be. You were taking her insights to I'm gonna get into that as well. So she's calling my phone, I'm ignoring it. Yes, I'm one of them niggas. Um and whatnot. And what happened? So she messaged my god brother on Instagram. Mind you, I did at the time have a picture of me and my god brother up on Instagram. Of course, he's tagged in it. She went onto my page, found the picture, followed his or went to his page, and then messaged him saying, "Hey, are you talking to insert government name here? Because he's not responding to me. Can you tell him to give me a call back? Yo, what's good? Drop, what's good, Micaiah? Um, and he messaged me showing me what she's saying, and then she catching an attitude with him about the whole situation. He said, I'm just gonna block her. So I'm laughing about it. So of course I'm like, all right, she's tweaking out on what got her. Boom, called her back. I said, why are you tweaking out on this man? She's like, oh well, I thought you were asleep, or I thought you were ignoring me. Granted, I was, and whatnot. You were talking to him and all this other stuff, and I just wanted to. And now he has me blocked. Like, can you tell him don't block? No, she's still blocked to this day. Right? So it was just like, you're doing too much. You're doing way too much. So fast forward a little bit. So this is probably like the calm portion of like us talking, mind you. But she still has her little attitudes and whatnot, and she tried to make a joke. She was like, "Oh, you need to learn how to do adult things a little bit better and whatnot." So I hit her with the, if I'm so bad at it, why do you keep coming over? Why do you still want me to come over? Because obviously it's just not so you have someone you can go to sleep with. You trying to get, you feel me? So if it's that bad, I figured you would have stopped putting up with it. I figured you stop answering. I figured you stop wanting it. So she was like, "Oh well, it really, like, you really don't do a good job." And this is I got mine. Shit, life. Let me stop. But what else? What else? What else? So it legitimately just got to points where we just stopped talking. Like, I won't say stop talking, but stop talking as much. Like, it'll be like 1 to 2 conversations within the week, whatever the case may be. So one night, I'm up. Thank you, Sea Lion. One night I'm up, and she calls me to come downstairs. Boom, walk, head downstairs. Ooh. So we're talking in the car, and she's all upset. She's in her feelings, like, "Oh, we don't talk, we don't hang out, you don't try to come see me, you don't want me to spend the night with you, this, that, and the third." So I'm fully checked out, gang. I'm talking about, I'm over it. I'm done. I'm tired of feeling stressed all the time. Like, before, it wasn't this. It was you you wanted to see where things went. You tried to put forth effort. You generally show caring and compassion. You tried to put forth the girlfriend energy towards things. Once you started seeing other niggas in your line, all of a sudden you want to switch up. Cool. Again, you are free to do as you want to. I ain't upset about it. But if you can't get upset if I start talking to other women, dealing with other women, sleeping with other, whatever the case may be, woo, that's besides the point. So, mind you, so we're in the car talking, right? Her phone goes off, and it's the same guy. She said that, "Oh, I never see him, this, that, and the third." Mind you, this is the guy that she's told that she was talking to somebody, and she's trying to see where it goes, and then downplayed me into only being a fuck buddy. Same guys that she said nothing of the sort is crazy. So he texted her, and he was like, "Oh, when, hey, he, what do you say?" He texted her, and he was like, "When I'm going to see you, or uh, like, do you want to meet up tonight?" Type stuff, whatever the case may be. Mind you, it was in the not the glove compartment, the little cup holder section. So obviously, I saw it. She was like, "Oh," but she's going off on me, pretty much saying like, "I don't talk to her, I don't see her, I don't try spending time with her, this, that, and the third, or I don't try laying it down on her." And so after the conversation, like, I was over it. I'm like, I'm going back upstairs. Got out of the car, closed the door. She's like, "Oh, don't close the door." Like, so I'm walking back, but I'm keeping my head on the swivel, because one, I don't know what type of time is she on. So just in case, I feel like the car turning and accelerating at a very fast speed, I could hop out and go on to the other side without sustaining any damage. So, head on. So she drive off. I go back into my room. She texts me saying, "Oh, you swear that you care about me, but you don't. You just wanna treat and abuse me." Whoa, where'd that come from? Nigga was never on that type of timing. So what happened? So yeah, so I call her. She's park somewhere crying her eyes out. No, because you act like you don't care about me. And honestly, it's like I try so hard for you and I try putting so much effort towards you and all of this, and you act like you don't care. And it's like every time I open up to somebody, they just treat me wrong and whatnot. Mind you, mind you, I there was a lot of moments early on of us talking and whatnot and being exclusive with each other. I bought her, she wanted a pair of boots, bought her the boots. Christmas presents, bought her that. Birthday presents, bought her that. Valentine's Day, she never tried chocolate covered strawberries, got her that. Anytime, mind you, I had to wake up at 5 something in the morning to make it to work at 6. She lives about 30 odd minutes to 45 odd minutes from my house. Not from my house, from my job. So imagine me having to wake up extremely early, 4 hours of sleep, damn near, some days, to dash over to my crib and get my work clothes and dash off to work, or have my work clothes there and then dash all the way to work on time consistently. No one can say that I didn't put forth any fucking effort. Anytime that I had the funds to do something, did it. Made sure, hey, did you eat today? Sent her money for food. Sent her, bought her clothes and sent it to them. Just cause I wanted to do be a surprise. Did the cute shit. Stuffed bears, flowers, chocolate covered strawberries. What are we talking about here? So after that incident, right? We generally took a break. I'm talking about we haven't spoken. So I started talking to a girl who I used to work with and whatnot. So I'm telling her, not the girl who I used to work with, but the girl who I had my situation with, like what it is, what's going on. She's not trying to hear it. It's go the one ear out the other. She's still trying to claim a nigga off of it. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, you had me, mind you, had wasn't talking to nobody else. Told her what my intentions were. All this other stuff. He was like, "Oh, like you're talking to someone, like I don't find that to be fair, like that's doing me dirty and this, that, and third, and I just feel like now you're just keeping me around because I have good." So me, because I need women to understand this, and this is me speaking, this is only coming from me, and this is just how I personally feel about it. I don't care nothing that I like sex just like the next man. And I will always give credit when credit's due. If it's good, it's good. Cool. But don't think that's the only reason why I'm around. Because I promise you, I'm gonna show you differently. Cause I was like, oh, where you think that's the reason why I generally wanted you around because of that? That I promise you, we didn't speak. She, anytime she would text or call, I just ignored it. To a point to where she popped up at my crib once, mind you, and me and the girl who I used to work with are shifting into a more exclusive relationship. So it looks crazy that you're calling my phone and you're showing up to my crib unannounced, whatnot, like, oh, now the girl thinks, oh, well, I had another girl coming through because she might not have, and now it looks like I was cheating on her. That was the whole situation with that. So that didn't help me. Then it was another time, Madre was over. She came through. She asked if I'm home, this and the third, blah, 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 blah. My mom done snitched on me. Mama can't be like, oh no, he's not here. Da 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 da. He's not in right now. He's out. My mom done looked at me because I was behind the door, because I was scoping out the scenery in case some shit goes left. My mom's on snitching. I was like, oh. So me and her having the conversation. So she wanted to talk. She's like, oh well, school's starting back, and I just miss us, and I really am trying to do better and work things out. This, that, and the third. Blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, I don't know, because honestly, I'm kind of good where I'm at. And she was like, "Oh, well, you should think about it. Like, let's take some time, give it some space, and we can pick up like a month later and see, because school is coming up, and it's stressful, and then I just need something to relieve my stress." Meaning she wanted more, yeah. But remember, I'm in her words, I'm trash. Realize I've never been the type of guy to brag about my experience. I've never been the type of guy to be like, oh, I'm A1, da 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 da. I just let my actions speak for themselves. If it happens and you enjoy it, cool. If your thing is like, kind of iffy about, understandable. I can't be out here. I can't be out here pulling up triple digits each and every time. Sometimes it's double, sometimes it's single. It is what it is. It be like that. You feel me? Even the best players have off games. It is what it is. So after that, I think we had like another my fault. I skipped a segment. Rewinding back a little bit. So before that conversation to where she put up unannounced for the second time, me and her were on the phone, and she was like, "Oh well, if me and you aren't going to associate with each other, I think me and you need to make a blank tape so I can have it for memories." Mind you, anytime I'm in a relationship or anytime it's exclusive of me and that person, whoever we are being intimate, of course I would have that conversation with the girl. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? What are things that you want to do in your sex with? Now, if they agree upon, oh well, I don't mind being recorded, or having a tape of this, that, and the third, cool. I ain't the same. I've done it before. I've done it a few times. Is what it is. Do I have them? No. Why? Because I'm not a scumbag. I delete everything. If you are my ex, if we no longer associate with each other, everything gets deleted out of my phone of any remembrance of you. Did I work hard to receive something? Most definitely. But as someone who, one, wants to make sure that you are completely exited out of my life, sometimes shit gotta go. So yeah, she wanted to make a tape, in the sense of us together, and blah 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 blah. So again, if I was that bad, why would you want shit? Don't add up. But that's besides the point. So moving on forward, I blocked her off of everything. Blocked her number, blocked her email, this, that, and the third. Granted, the only reason why I blocked her email was because she emailed me saying, "Hey, can you give me a call? Can you text me back? I'm over here going crazy. Like, I don't know what to do. This, that, and the third." Wasn't going for it. So yeah, it's just like, be careful who you talk to. Be careful who you deal with. Again, people will show you their true colors eventually, some earlier than others, and all that other stuff. Did me and her have a final conversation? Yes, but not because I wanted to have the conversation. Because she reached out to me, mind you, like 2 or 3 years later, on a number I didn't know shit about, Asking, is this me? I'm like, who is this? Mind you, she could have simply said, oh, this is so and so. I just want to have this moment to talk to you and get some things off my chest, and also hear, how you feel about how things corresponded with us. She didn't do all that. She made up a whole nother name called, she's like, oh, this is Ashley. I'm like, I don't know an Ashley. No, I do know an Ashley who I'm close with and whatnot. So I messaged her on Instagram and said, hey, is this your number? She's like, no, that's not. I said, encourage you, appreciate it. And I was like, so I pretended to be somebody else. Mind you, when she finally admitted it was her, because I was texting her with a text free number, because I don't know who the fuck you is. I was about to block the number entirely and whatnot. She was like, oh, you're crazy, because how are you going to act and pretend to be somebody else and get a different number to pretend it's you? You did the exact same thing. So if I'm crazy for it, what does that make you? Like, what are we talking about here? Like, I'm not understanding. So, after, so me and her had a closure of a conversation. We spoke about some things, spoke about where we both messed up, where things could have been better. Do I believe at that time she has grown as a person? Most definitely the fuck not. I feel like she allowed people to enable her behavior even more past to what she was doing with me, because she still acted the same. Because when I tell you 99.9% of that conversation was her blaming me for how she acted and how she was going about things, and how she, has this issue with how she interacts with guys and all this other stuff. It's like that shit had nothing to do with me, because none of that would have transpired if you didn't try playing game on me. You wanted me to be this loyal nigga to you, all up in your face, all around your friends, doing each and everything, but yet you were still entertaining other folks. Again, and I'm going to say this. I know, oh, well, she was in a relationship with you. Cool. I get that. But when I say that I'm going to move the same exact way, or, okay, cool, you can talk to who you want to, and I can talk to who I want to. We don't have to make this you and me type of thing. You feel some fucking type of way. You felt hurt, disdained, and betrayed. Like, granted, I think I used disdain wrong in that sentence, but y'all get my point about what I'm doing and who I'm with. If you didn't want a relationship, cool. I'm moving on and talking to someone who does, or someone who wants to work to get to that relationship. If you want a relationship and you want things to grow, cool. At what pace are we moving? You want to call me over to make sure that you have someone you can sleep with at night. This and you want me to give you boyfriend treatment. You want me to treat you like the world. But yeah, it's always some nagging. It's always some bullshit. There's always this. There's always that. It's always a third. I'm just like, I'm tired of it. Mind you, why do you go through my phone to see if I'm texting, talking, seeing, sleeping, smashing other women? You don't see, like, I don't even give off that type of energy enough to move around like I'm on bullshit. So it's just like you looking for a reason. You're reaching for a reason and you're not finding one. The most that you're gonna find is me talking shit, primarily about you to my god brother, because you tweaking a lot. But yeah, I still dealt with your ass, so that's an L on me. So yeah, it's like at the end of it, she generally blamed me for, like, oh, how I treated her and how I wasn't good to her and whatnot, and how, the only reason why we were dealing with each other because it was sexual based. And mind you, I didn't initiate any of that. Now, throughout the course. Have there been times to where I initiated? Of course, because I'm thinking that we're one and the same. You are making these slight advances and touching or making suggestive actions and whatnot and agree upon it. So of course she most definitely was was no saint about it, because most of the time she wanted me to come over, it was to do something, and time that she wanted to come by, it was to do something. After work, she wanted to do something. So we're not just gonna act like I just, anytime that I called you, texted you, and whatnot, it was to be, oh, let's get it in today. That was you. So yeah, it was just like she even blamed me. At the end of the day, we just closed that book of the chapter, and I was just like, okay, all right, moved on. She then texted me the next. No, she tried calling me the next day, but I didn't pick up because I wasn't near my phone. Then I texted her like, "Is everything good?" And she didn't respond back, so I just moved on with my life. I don't know. I think she was hoping that I was gonna buckle my legs and take her back. But it's like, nah, nigga, go on with yourself. But yeah, so that was generally the story time podcast of the Not a Podcast. Sorry I yapped our ear off and things like that. But, you know, it be like that sometimes. Oh, but he's still popping. He indeed is still alive. So cool. So yeah. So I do appreciate everybody for coming by, stopping through, and things like that. This week will be a double upload of the podcast. So if you missed episode 3, then I do apologize for the delay. I most definitely forgot I did in episode 3. So I have to update that. When you gonna have her on stream? Never, nigga. Fuck her. I pray that she has grown as an adult. Mind you, our age difference is not that big. She's probably like 24, 25. And like one of them cut videos, fuck that. I do, fuck that. She's not stopping my bag. She's not gonna she's not gonna throw her bullshit over here. Nope, fuck her. Like, keep your ass over yonder. She even like, oh, like you probably don't even remember when my birthday is or when I'm going to school. Why would I remember that stuff? You were banking on us trying to get back together, and it's just like that's not happening. Like a nigga, see line. When I tell you a nigga was stressed every day, a nigga was stressed even after the fact of relieving stress. It was still stress, gang. Like when I tell you this was a life lesson of realize. No, this is me. The reason why I move a certain way when it comes to a lot of women that I interact with is generally because of her. Because she made false accusations on me to her friends about me doing taking advantage of her for sexual favors or whatever the case may be and whatnot. So realize I'm very energetic, and yes, I do have a lot of flirtatious moments when it comes to a lot of women in my chat, but I have built a repertoire with those people, right? But when it comes to me being in any woman's chat, y'all don't ever see me tweak out. Y'all don't ever see me on bullshit. Y'all don't ever see me do what other niggas do. Like I keep that shit cordial. Not even shit to joke about. It's not. Yet she was like, oh well, he took it. I did no such thing. And never once. Not one good time. Nope. So don't even throw that around. But yeah, it's just like, dang, I'm not. Nah, I don't want her anywhere in my circle. I don't want her energy anywhere near me. None of that. And that's why I say this podcast is be careful who you talk to, be careful who you interact with, be careful who you see, because this shit is crazy. Because women will outright lie because they want you to suffer in regards to you not wanting them. And it wasn't like I didn't give chances. All it had to do was, hey, I'm tweaking out a bit. I'm sorry. I apologize. You don't deserve that. I think me and you should separate ways because honestly, I'm not doing you justice. Cool. Or, hey, I understand that me and you aren't in a relationship or whatever the case may be, and I can see what I'm doing is kind of fucked up. So I wouldn't be mad, or I'd be probably mad and upset, but I won't lash out on you if you do talk to or deal with another woman. Cool. Or hey, can you bear with me? I am trying. I do want something serious with you, and maybe I'm just not noticing it. This, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. But I want this to work. Cool. No, you wanted to be stressful. You wanted to argue with me about everything. You wanted to play around the bush and entertain X, Y, and Z and lie to me about it. It's just like, you don't have to be my girl, but don't be surprised. I'm not stopping you from doing shit. But you can't expect me to give you 100% loyalty as like I'm your boyfriend and you're moving crazy because now you got me out here looking dumb. Because while you telling your friend about or your roommate about, oh, like he does this for me, he buys me this and this, that, and the third, and blah, 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 blah. You have whole next man in your room that you met off of Tinder, who you kept around. You telling another guy that we just fucking so he still has a chance with you, like, what are we talking about here? But yeah, it's just like, nah. I'm good off her, honestly. But yeah, double upload this week. I'm gonna upload episode 3 as well as episode 4. Probably be like an hour back from each other. So if you did miss it, it will be on my YouTube page, So Fresh Adventures. But that is it for me today. I appreciate everybody for coming through to my podcast. I ended up really just being like a story time. The fuck? Oh, I didn't copy. Hold on, my fault, y'all. So that sucked to some. But it's just like, yeah, I'm good off of it. But if y'all do want more of these like form of story times, I ain't gonna be mad about it. I'll talk about my past. It's okay. I mean, don't expect too much like stories like that are amazing and shit like that. But all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. You copy. But yeah, just let me know. All right, this shit is this shit is just all types of just fucking me up. God damn, copy and paste. I just need you to copy one goddamn thing. But I am reading y'all to the homie Jay. He is currently live, and I will be back tomorrow. High key, probably gonna play some Wukong, and things like that. But I appreciate everybody for coming through, stopping by, and things of that nature. Again, I'll be back tomorrow, probably playing some Wukong. Continuing chapter 2. But I appreciate everybody for coming through to the live version of the podcast, as well as the recorded version. I'll catch y'all later.
I'm with the violence, bitch on the flyers. Yeah, got the racks on me. Crab, I stab my cheese. You can't match my steez. I want that yeah, she know what I mean. I got that yeah in the form of my jeans. I'm off for that lean. She my little yeah, got a gun for beans. Summertime turned up, yeah. Get sturdy, pussy. Magic. I fell in love with a witch and it's true. She far from average. I don't want to be with nobody if it ain't you. This shit is madness. All of this sadness. I'm tired. I'm tired.